All right, high spots and low shots. And to continue with that line of thought, my low shot is the Wyatt family.
Yeah,
I mean,
dude.
yeah.
Normally, I put some effort into being unique, but there is just no point at this point. I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna sign on. Wyatt family is gonna be my low shot as well.
How can you avoid it though, dude?
You can't.
Like, this is something, yeah, this is something that hopefully will never happen again. But it happened, and you have to take it for what it is. They had a horrible night. These are guys that are so used to being in control of the room that they
They
didn't
got
even get to load the bullets in the chamber.
victimized.
Yeah, they did. They got victimized. I was about to say they didn't even load the bullets in the chamber, but I forgot to be able to do that. You have to be able to hold the gun, and they didn't even do that. It was
They
ridiculous.
got conquered.
Yeah, pretty much. And since you co-signed onto it, I might as well just keep going with my high spot. And rather than just, well, I was going to, but you know what? I think you can have that because I want to be just a little bit different. And I will say, who do I want to make my high?
Oh,
You know
come
what?
on, yeah.
And you know what? Fine, I'll co-sign on to that too. That's how impactful this main event segment was. I was
Yeah.
gonna say, in all honesty, I was gonna say Roman Reigns
Yeah.
because he did get a measure of comeuppance, but John Cena, man, just whoop that ass. Like, what are you gonna say to that? Like, and then he hugs a child afterward. Probably went backstage and granted 5 more wishes. Like, just crazy. So yeah, I mean, that's just all it is. So, I mean, Ashton, I guess you co-sign onto that too. So I think for the first time, we have double cosigns here.
Double unanimous high spot low shot. Yep.
I think that's a first.
It
Holy
might be.
crap.
It might
Yeah.
be.
So with that said, we only have one more segment, Raw Request,
No,
and
we
Ashton,
don't.
you
We
made
have
this
two
one.
segments left.
We have. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, that's right. That's right. Because again, guys, I really do apologize. It is still going to take me a while. I didn't think it was going to take me this long to adjust to not doing Spanish footballs and all the things that come with it. But now we have two of the unique segments both on the same show.
Yep.
The first, though, is going to be, right,
Yeah.
Raw Request.
Yep.
So you've made mine, Ashton, relatively simple because of your simple fan theory. I would like the booking of John Cena to keep going down this interesting path. Don't reset to the status quo. There's a story here. I know there is. I believe there is. Explore it. Don't be afraid of exploring it. He's been the man for 10 years. We'll appreciate a fresh coat of paint. And as Ashton said, I don't think you have to alienate the children to do it. So that's my Raw request.
Okay, well, since you took the very obvious Raw request that I was going to use, I'm going to just kind of punt this one, and I'm going to make my Raw request, WWE, figure out who you want your top heels to be, other than Brock Lesnar, because we need some kind of top heel that can show up on every show, and protect them, because obviously now it's not going to be the Wyatt family.
And it's good. I totally co-sign on that. It's a shame. And he's another one that interests me, too. And I don't want to get into that discussion, believe me. I'm just saying this as an offhanded comment. But Randy Orton's another one that interests me because even fans on Twitter are saying...
He wasn't even... Yeah, what the heck, dude? The Authority wasn't freaking there tonight. Stephanie, Triple H, and Orton, all of them were not... They no-showed tonight.
Not only were they not there, but we have to remember, because even fans on his Twitter are starting to mention WWE, are we supposed to forget that Orton has a rematch?
Yep.
How are they going to handle that? Because he's a heel. But when you go against a guy like Brock Lesnar, you've got to be the babyface in that scenario. And I do want to see Orton Lesnar.
Unless you're John Cena.
Unless you're John Cena. So... But I think Orton has that likability because of the RKO, because of how exciting he can be in the ring, you know, when he turns it up a couple notches. I want to see Orton Lesnar. I've wanted to see that for the longest time, and I still want to see it. I'm just almost like morbidly fascinated, because they're both supposed to be heels, how WWE would handle that, how WWE would handle it.
Dude, that's the thing. When you have two personalities like Orton and Lesnar, you don't need to pick an alignment. People will pick the alignment for themselves, and they will cheer for who they want to. With Lesnar, it's one of those things where both of these guys have that badass appeal where you're just going to cheer for them, not because they're good guys or because they're role models, but because you think they're freaking cool. And that applies to both of them. It's both Lesnar and Orton have that cool quality about them where I don't care if they are, you know, kissing babies and hugging fat girls, or insulting the local sports team, there's going to be a chunk of people that's going to cheer for both of them, or one or the other.
Right. And you know what, dude? To me, I think it'd be a great match because to me, it's inevitable that Orton is going to have some kind of public in-ring segment or a backstage segment where he says, Hunter, enough is enough. I don't care about Roman Reigns. I don't care about Dean Ambrose. I don't care about any of this. I have a rematch. I want to use it. I don't care that Lesnar's the champion. I want my title back. I am the face of WWE. I did not give up that mantle, and I'm forcibly taking it back. And what's Triple H going to do? Because if he's going to keep dangling the rematch over Orton's nose like the carrot to the horse, then that defeats the entire concept of a return match to me, because nobody else has been put through the ringer like this. Nobody.
Yep.
And it would be ridiculous to set that precedent with Orton, the inaugural WWE World Heavyweight Champion. So I look forward to it. I'm curious how they're going to handle that. So yeah, and that's it. I mean, there's just so many interesting things coming out of Lesnar's reign.
There's a lot of interesting stuff coming out of Lesnar's reign. And the crazy thing is, some of the most interesting stuff to come out of Lesnar's reign is to do with John Cena.
I know, right? Ridiculous.
It's like, what happens when you take the championship out of the hands of the champ?
Exactly. And to return to your point, to bring it full circle about establishing those top heels, I mean, I guess they expect Lesnar to fill slots 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that was kind of the message that was sent to me tonight when they willingly allowed the Wyatt family to be, treated like this.
Nope.
Lesnar, you can play first, second, and third gear. And he's like, all right, eat, sleep, get heat, repeat. So
that worked out pretty well.
Thank you. So I guess if you have anything else you want to say about your own Raw request, because that was yours, but if you don't, we can move on to our next segment.
Go ahead.
All right, 30-second hot seat.
Why did you sound so discouraged when you said that?
Because the story of my life is I have 30 seconds, which for any normal human being is an ample amount of time to answer any question, but I always succumb under the pressure because you really gotten your curve pitch back. So let's see what you got this week.
Okay, well, oh man, see, now I wasn't prepared for this one, so I'm going to apologize if this ends up being more of a softball than a curveball. Tonight, one of the most interesting storyline changes that went down was the heel turn of Gold Star. So my question to you is, do you think they're going to win the tag titles off of the Usos? And then that kind of branches off into yes or no. If you do think they're going to win the tag titles off of the Usos, how long of a reign do you think they're going to have? And if you don't think that they're going to win the tag titles off of the Usos, who do you think will take the tag titles off of them? And then at the end of the day, the big question is, when do you think Gold Star is going to break up, and how do you think that's going to happen? Do you have everything?
Yes.
It's a multi-part question, but they're all really short answers, I think. So
okay.
I think you'll be able to do this in 20 seconds. Ready?
Ready.
Okay, you have 30 seconds. Your time starts now.
Okay. No, I do not think that Gold Star is going to be the Usos for the tag titles. I am still convinced that that distinction belongs to the Ascension. I'll even go one step further and say I think the Ascension is now going to do it. I'm going to say it's Survivor Series. I will say that Gold Star is going to break up at WrestleMania. And crap, I think you asked, did you ask what alignment is going to be each person for the breakup?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Goldust is going to be the face, and Cody will be the heel.
All right. That's 30 seconds. It was a good job, but you did forget to mention. Oh no, you didn't. You said the Ascension is Survivor Series. So yeah, that fit in perfectly at 30 seconds. You just said Cody would be heel at the 30-second mark. Good job.
All right, sweet.
Very, very impressive, my friend.
Feels good because last week. And it was more an embarrassment on me. I thought it was a good question that you asked. But last week's question was Night of Champions, kind of say the card. What champion is going to have what defense? Who's their opponent going to be? Whatever. And I was so stuck on Sheamus. I spitballed Cesaro just off the top of my head. And look at that. It's happening now.
Yep.
So, crazy stuff. So, Ashton, do you have anything you want to say about this Raw? Anything left?
I think that people need to go back and watch this Raw, or at least the main event segment, again with my fan theory in mind.
Yeah, do that. I highly recommend that because I think I'll certainly follow that advice as well. And if you're ever down and need to pick me up, make some Orville Redenbacher popcorn, get in a nice bowl, watch the Bella segment all over again, and just laugh. Just laugh. Because
Yeah.
I know I will. So, with that said, guys, this has been Monday Night Raw. This has been TwitWow, the best wrestling podcast made for wrestling fans, by wrestling fans, on the web today. I'm John. That's my cohort and commentary, Ashton. Guys, be sure to comment and subscribe on YouTube, discuss on Tweetoff, and we will see you again for our NXT review, where not only will the new NXT general manager be revealed, but we will have the finals of the NXT Tag Team Championship Tournament as the Vaudevillains take on Sin Cara and Kalisto.